We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Working principle of transformer. So basically the working principle of transformer is electromagnetic induction, or we can say mutual induction. So transformer works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. So here what I have done, I have considered single phase transformer, this is the basic construction of single phase transformer. This is primary winding which is connected with single phase AC supply, and this is secondary winding which is connected with load. Now the voltage across primary winding is V1 and current from this primary winding is I1, and due to this current we will get the flux in this magnetic core. Okay, so as we have said that transformer works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. Okay, so first of all, what is this mutual induction? So the principle of mutual induction says that when 2 coils are inductively coupled, then if current from one coil changes uniformly, then EMF will induce in the other coil. That means here what we have taken this single phase AC supply, and the value of this AC current will uniformly changes with respect to time. It will be continuously positive and negative, positive and negative. Okay, so the value of current is changing uniformly of first coil. So what will happen? This changing current will induce some flux in this coil. So due to this alternating current, flux will induce in this coil, and this flux is phi. So due to this flux, EMF will induce in secondary winding, which is called as mutually induced EMF. Now let's see this working principle in detail. So first of all, as I have said that we have taken the single phase AC supply and it is connected to the primary winding. So the number of turns in the primary windings are N1 and number of turns in secondary windings are N2. So due to this single phase AC supply, the current will flow from this primary winding. Current I1 will flow from this primary winding, and due to this alternating current, the magnetic flux will induce in this winding, which will flow from this magnetic core. This will flow from this magnetic core, and due to this flux, some EMF will induce in this primary winding. Due to this magnetic flux, EMF will induce in this primary winding, primary turns, and this EMF will be, according to Faraday's law, E1 is equal to minus N1 d phi by dt, where N1 is number of turns in primary winding and phi is induced flux. So this same flux is concerned with secondary winding. This same flux is concerned with secondary winding. So what will happen? Due to this flux, some EMF will induce in this secondary winding also, and as this flux is generated due to this primary current, so the EMF will induce in the secondary winding will be called as mutually induced EMF. So due to the flux of the primary winding, in secondary winding we will get EMF which is called as mutually induced EMF, and this is given by E2 is equal to minus N2 d phi by dt, where N2 is number of turns in secondary winding and phi is flux through this magnetic core. So this is the basic working principle of transformer, in which it works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. Now the next topic is construction of transformer. So depending on the construction of transformer, there are mainly three types of transformers. One is core type transformer, the another one is shell type transformer, and the third one is Barry type transformer. So here in this lecture we are going to focus only on core type and shell type transformer. So the first type of transformer is core type transformer. Here it is the construction of core type transformer, in which you can see that the windings are wound on two vertical parts. Now these vertical parts on which windings are wound are called as limb, and the horizontal parts are called as yoke. And due to this rectangular construction, we will get a free space which is known as window. So in this type of transformer, the windings are wound on two limbs. So the primary and secondary windings are wound on both of the limbs, which are in half portion wound. So here in the figure I have written the first winding, which is wound nearer to the core, magnetic core, is LV winding, and then after this is the layer of insulation, and after that this is HV winding. Similar windings are wound on the another limb also. The nearer to the core winding is LV winding and the outer winding is HV winding. Now in this type of transformer, only one magnetic circuit will form. As there are two limbs and two yokes, so it is clearly seen that only one path for flux will be there. So only one magnetic circuit will form here. Okay, so now let's discuss why we need to wound this LV winding nearer to core. See, LV winding and HV winding, there now if we are discussing the construction of transformer, so let's move to the LV and HV winding. Here there is no primary and secondary winding. The one will be from these two windings, LV and HV winding, one will be the primary winding and another one will be the secondary winding. But the LV winding is wound nearer to core. Why? Because if we wound this HV winding nearer to the core, then we need to provide better or higher insulation to this winding and core also. So it only will make our transformer more costlier, and due to this HV winding nearer to core, we will get flux leakage. And so to avoid flux leakage, and as the LV winding is easier in insulation, so we will wound this LV winding nearer to the core. Okay, so this is why we wound the LV winding nearer to core. Type of coil. So the winding of in this type of transformer is concentric arrangement, or we can clearly see in this figure that they are wound like a cylindrical. They make one cylinder, so we can say that the winding in this type of transformer is of cylindrical type winding. And as we know that the transformer core will be of laminated strips, so this lamination for this type of transformer will be UI type or LL type. So this is the basic core type of transformer, in which we will get only one magnetic circuit. The winding type of in this transformer is cylindrical winding. And advantages: natural cooling. See, the windings are wound on the outer limbs, so this winding will get more natural cooling in this type of transformer. Second, simple construction. Simply these windings are wound on two limbs, so the construction will be simpler, and coils can be easily withdrawn for repair. Now that means if there is any fault kind of condition happen, so if we want to remove these windings, we can easily remove only the one portion. Now let us see that there is a problem in this second limb winding, so only we need to remove this winding and we can repair this easily. But the disadvantage of this kind of transformer is mechanical strength is less. Why this mechanical strength is less? Because on the two vertical limbs, these windings are wound. So when there is any fault kind of condition occurs in the transformer, the mechanical strength which is necessary to the transformer, which will not be provided by this vertical parts of the transformer more beneficially. So the mechanical strength is less. This is core type of transformer. Now the second one is shell type transformer. So in this figure you can easily see that the construction is different from core type of transformer. There is 3 vertical sections in this transformer and 2 horizontal sections. So we can say that there are 3 limbs and 2 yoke. So there will be 2 windows formed in this type of transformer, and due to this we will get 2 magnetic circuits for flux. So 2 windows will form in this type of transformer and 2 magnetic circuits will be formed to flow of flux. Now in this type of transformer you can see that both LV and HV windings are wound on only one limb, that is on central limb. Only on central limb both windings are wound. So here also the winding which is wound nearer to the core area will be HV winding, and then we will wound HV winding and then LV winding. So again the winding which is wound nearer to core will be LV winding, as it is easier to insulate LV winding, which will require less insulation. So the winding nearer to core will be LV winding, and the HV winding is wound between two LV windings. So in this type of transformer the type of winding will be sandwich type, because there is one LV winding, after that one HV winding, then after again LV winding, then HV winding, then LV winding. So this winding forms sandwich, so it is called as sandwich winding. So in this shell type of transformer the winding is wound in sandwich type. Now the lamination for core in this type of transformer is either it can be U or UT type or EI type. And if we see the advantages of this type of transformer, then better mechanical strength. How? As we have discussed in core type of transformer, if there is a fault kind of condition occurs in this type of transformer, this two outer limbs which are free will provide better mechanical strength to this type of transformer. Now what are the disadvantages of transformer are natural cooling is poor. So how this natural cooling is poor in this type of transformer? See, the winding is wound on the central limb and this winding is wound in sandwich type. So the cooling for this type of transformer will be poor. And the another disadvantage is coils cannot be easily withdrawn when it comes to repair, as this winding is wound on central limb. So when it comes to repair, we need to open the whole transformer, then after we can carry this whole winding out for the repair. So it is not easy when it comes to repair. So these are two type of transformers, core type and shell type transformer.